My name is Lizzie Oliver, and this is my informative speech. Have you ever had a dream so vivid it feels like you're living it in real time? A dream so real it feels like you're never going to wake up? For someone suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, this is their reality. According to the New York Times, 2022, up to 10% of women in the United States face post-traumatic stress disorder. Due to the large number of people who face this disorder, it is important to know about, as this could help you or someone you love in the future. I myself have struggled with PTSD from 2019 through most of 2021. During this time, I decided to become a psychology major, where I have had the opportunity to learn more about the disorder. I am going to share some of that information with you today. We will start by discussing the causes, then the symptoms, and finally the treatments. As the name implies, post-traumatic stress disorder is largely the result of a traumatic experience. According to the New York Times, 2022, 82% of people in the United States face some type of trauma. 10% of women and 4% of men then go on to develop post-traumatic stress disorder. If trauma was the sole factor that resulted in PTSD, then all 82% who face trauma would have the disorder. This is not the case. Therefore, scientists have been looking at other factors that may be responsible. JAMA Psychiatry 2012 looked at a correlation between amygdala size and the development of the disorder. They found that smaller amygdalas result in more people having post-traumatic stress disorder. This may be because the amygdala is the fear center of the brain. Abnormalities in the amygdala may result in a heightened fear response, which results in post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms. Other biological factors may include higher levels of the stress hormone cortisol, as well as abnormalities in the hippocampus. Just as the causes of post-traumatic stress disorder can vary, the symptoms can vary as well. The American Psychiatry Association 2020 stated that intrusive thoughts are the key symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder. These must be present for at least 1 month in order for diagnosis. These can manifest as flashbacks or nightmares that range in severity, from mild to severe, the most severe of which a patient can report feeling like they are reliving the moment of the traumatic event over and over again. These can be triggered by specific sights, smells, tastes, anything that reminds the sufferer of what they had experienced. Other times there can be no trigger at all, and these simply just pop up. The American Psychiatry Association 2020 also stated that avoidance, cognition, and reactivity can be affected. Avoidance is when a client may avoid a specific place or anything that may trigger them or cause a panic attack. This has a negative impact on daily life. Cognitive changes include feelings of self-hatred, self-loathing, blaming themselves for the traumatic event, as well as cognitive blocks that mean that they do not remember part of the event or any of the event at all. Reactivity changes result in a lack of emotional regulation. This can cause anger issues and mood swings. This also affects daily life. A common theme between all of the different categories of symptoms is that they have a negative effect on a person's day-to-day living. This may cause someone to seek treatment. It is important to note that some do not need treatment at all from a licensed therapist in order to heal from post-traumatic stress disorder. Some can heal from supportive family or community members. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans 2020, other people are not this lucky. Exposure, cognitive therapy, and eye movement desensitization and reprocessing have been found helpful. Exposure therapy is where the client is exposed to the triggers gradually over time to hopefully get them used to them so that they no longer feel the sense of panic when they are exposed. Cognitive therapy, also known as talk therapy, is where the client will talk with their therapist, talking through the event and through their emotions with it, and the goal is to help them reframe how they are feeling so that rather than worrying about them in a negative way, it's something neutral that no longer bothers them. EMDR is similar to cognitive therapy in the way that they work with a therapist to talk through their issues. That being said, there is a second factor of a screen that causes rapid eye movements, which occur simultaneously with the talk. This has also been found helpful in eliminating the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. Regardless of which type of therapy someone chooses, they can have an easy recovery in about 6 months if they are receiving the treatment that is best for them. Some never recover, and others recover pretty quickly. It varies depending on the person. In conclusion, today we have talked about the causes, both trauma and biological causes, the symptoms, including intrusive thoughts, avoidance, cognition, and reactivity, and the various treatments, including exposure therapy, cognitive therapy, and EMDR. Learning about all of this has helped me to overcome my own diagnosis of post-traumatic stress disorder, and it could help you or someone you love in the future. Thank you.